Okay. Hi, y'all. Welcome. We're so excited to have you guys here. I'm going to not talk for very long, but I have talked to most of y'all, whether in the thread or through three-way chats or somewhere that Sarah and Jamie have connected, and so excited. This team is on freaking fire. Like, I love even like being in a part of your thread. Like, I love the energy. I love the positivity. I love like y'all really like emulate exactly what this brand is about. And Jen, you would be so proud. Like, they are totally positive. Everything is like solution based. It's like, okay, let's do this. It's been so much fun to watch y'all come together in such a short time and have these like leadership skills that are just innate in who you are. And I know that, a lot of it is coming from Jamie and Sarah leading the thread of putting it together, and just like their passion and their heart and their hustle and like how much they care. Like, they came in and saw the vision faster than so many people I've ever known to do that. Like, they literally were like, oh my gosh, I get this. I've got this. Every person I know needs to know about this and needs to truly be a part of this. And it's been so cool to watch. They've been breaking all sorts of records. They've been ranking up. They've been doing like so many different accomplishments. But what I think is the most, hang on one second. What I think is most, I'm just going to mute everybody for a sec. What I think is the most exciting to me is to see their heart in why they're doing this. And I know when we met Jen in Miami and they had one-on-one time, one of the big things that they wanted out of that was to bring this call to y'all, because they were so passionate. It was about you guys. It was about our team. It was like, how can we help our team? What can we do? How can we like serve y'all? So I'm going to kick it over to Sarah to go ahead and introduce the call. And Sarah and Jamie, y'all go ahead, introduce a little bit about your team, a little bit. I know y'all have some shout outs to do, and then y'all can introduce Jen. But I'm honored to be here with you guys and just to get to listen. Every time you hear Jen Ashby speak, it's like, you want to listen. You just want to like be here and listen and be in her presence. And so I'm so excited for the privilege to get to be here with you guys.
Wait, first of all, Sarah, you're on mute. You have to unmute yourself. But can we just acknowledge that we're twinning? Like, we're like, can we just acknowledge that? Because I'm obsessed with the street hoodie.
So I was gonna say the same thing, but I couldn't unmute myself. So I think I'm unmuted now, Jen. But yes, I know. I'm literally like, yes, obsessed. And I'm probably gonna wear it out to Utah when I come see you in a couple
weeks. What size are you wearing, by the way?
I think it's a small. Am I on Fashion Friday? Is that why you're asking?
Me too. No, I'm just wondering if people like size up or true to size or how they wear it. But like, I'm obsessed with this. So if you guys don't have the street hoodie, like, get it. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Sarah.
No, I was gonna say the same thing, but I was muted, so I couldn't say it. Yeah, sorry. So yes, Jen, thank you so much for your time tonight. I know it's Anson's birthday, so I did send him a text earlier and I thanked him for his time, but I'm just beyond thankful to have you here. When I told everyone that you would be coming on, I said, the minute I met you, I knew that the vision of this company was 1000% authentic and real. And everything that we are sharing with our team is coming from the top. It's not like it's just coming from Courtney. So a lot of it is, but it comes from the top. And there's just so many amazing rock stars on this call. Look at everybody who showed up tonight. I mean, that says a lot, about how you guys value yourselves and your business. And I'm so thankful that you're here. I know Jamie is as well. I have Megan, I think she joined like a week ago. 7 new customers, Jen. She did a messenger party over the weekend and is almost at 1,000 in volume. So I'm super pumped for her. A lot of the, Kate and Catherine came in at the same time from another company with me, and they are really fired up. They're sending me, chats and so I mean, all of you guys, Shauna's showing up and she's posting her beautiful pictures of herself. I need to send you some of those, Jen. But just everybody, you guys, I'm so pumped that you're here. People I've reconnected with since, like Sierra, from high school. So anyway, and then of course my shout out, my partner in crime right now is Jamie, who she and I just came in together, and it's been really fun to watch her, and she inspires me and then I inspire her, and we just kind of go back and forth. And we're all doing this together, you guys. I mean, you guys are my team, and I say this all the time. You're my friends first, and you're my business partners second, but your friendship means the world to me. And I can't wait for you to hear from Jen. So I'm going to let Jamie say a few things, and then we'll pass it over.
Aw.
Hi. Totally everything that Sarah said. Yes, 1000%. Also, the street hoodie is amazing. I don't have mine on, but I do have it and it is awesome. Highly recommend all of you get it. So yeah, thank you, Jen, and happy birthday to Anson. I love all these Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio too, and I think it's kind of awesome. I know you are too, Jen. So yeah, so shout out to everybody for showing up here tonight. I think it's awesome that you are doing this. Seriously, I told Lisa this earlier. Listening to Jen speak is like, even if it's not about Savvy, she's just going to fire you up about anything and everything, and you will just leave a better person after you talk to Jen. And so I'm so proud of all of you for being here. And shout out to Lisa, first brand partner within a week, happening any second now. So yay. Sierra killing it with the customer orders. And I know, Ashley, you are ready to rock and roll, girl. So we are proud of you too. And everybody here. So Jen, take it away.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm really pumped to be here with you guys. Obviously it's Anson's birthday and I had Anson's agreement. I'm like, I gotta do a call with Courtney and Jamie and Sarah. And he's like, of course. So he loves you guys. And I am here on behalf of him too, because he's at home with the kids. So I'm like, all right. But shout out to Courtney too. You guys all know this. And, Sarah was very gracious to say how it starts at the top. The culture does. But I got to tell you something. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You guys have heard that. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? And we were lucky enough early on in Savvy to get to meet Courtney Nine. And she is, you guys may or may not know this, but she is our service special advisor. So she works directly with Ken and I, as well as with Carol, on service projects and different things that we're going to be doing to outreach into the community and to give back. Even with our gathers, every single gather that we have for 2023 is going to have a service component that Courtney is going to be supporting us in creating. And we're going to be making sure that she's there with us, helping with that. And I mean, just so much. Courtney is not only service focused and has the right heart, but she is consistent. She is persistent. She loves this business model. She is extremely knowledgeable. And to be able to have someone like that is powerful, but then it goes further, because what she does is when you shine the light on her, she shines it on others. Okay. When you shine the light on Sarah, she shines it on others. When you shine the light on Jamie, she shines it with others. So I just want to talk about that for a minute, because I think it's really important for a part of the culture of who we are. And also for you guys, I want to give you like a leadership tip really early on in your business here at Savvy, in your life here at Savvy. And then I'll go on to whatever you guys want to talk about. But I don't know what I'm going to say. It's just like whatever comes out, comes out. But I want to talk about this. Sometimes people will say like, oh, Jen's got the best job in the world, and Ken and I always kind of laugh, and we're like, they don't realize that there is a responsibility, because as people think it's like, like bonbons at night and bikinis all day, they're like, it's like a party and like everyone loves you and hugs you. But it's like, no, there is a responsibility that comes with leadership. And there's a liability as well that comes with leadership. And when things are good, they love you. When things are bad, they don't love you. Right. So I want to share something. And this is, I feel, really important, because I know I'm talking to a leadership team. I know that for sure, because you're with Courtney, you're with Jamie, you're with Sarah. I know I am talking to our future leadership here in Savvy, right? I know I am, because you guys, like, you don't just stumble onto a team like this. You have 3 extremely powerful women that you've joined arms with, right? And Sierra, Catherine, so many of you guys are showing up. Sienna, I want to see your pictures. Make sure you're tagging the community. Because we're going to use them on our marketing efforts. But here's a tip I want to say to you guys. Don't ever seek the admiration or approval of others. And I want to start by sharing that, because oftentimes in this industry, you will get a lot of it. And I know Courtney can speak to this at events. She's probably hounded. People want to see her. They want to take a picture with her, right? you guys, that's going to be you. Why? Because we're 3 years in. Most network marketing companies don't even make it this far. We have no bank debt. We are completely financially soluble. Like we are viable. I'm sorry. We are completely like solid. We have an amazing team. Like we are in such an incredible position to grow to be a global multi-billion-dollar brand. Like it is insane what we have in place for you guys here. And you're here early. I want you to remember this conversation. I'm glad this is recorded because we're going to watch this 5 years from now. And everyone underestimates year 5 and they overestimate year 1, right? But we're going to remember this conversation because when you're at an event and people are hugging you and want their picture with you and they're treating you like a celebrity because you've laid the foundation of this brand, which is what we all have the ability to do here on this call, because you're doing something big. People change their life when they get in at a network with a network marketing company early on. Like you guys, your entire life will change. Your financial future, everything will change for you, right? If you're consistent, if you're persistent, if you put in the time, I'm telling you, you will have 5 years from now, you're going to be like, how did I even create this? And it's not magic. It's not a special skill set. It's not a degree. It's not a certification. It's not a like certain personality. It's being consistent and it's being persistent every day. Okay. If you're consistent and persistent, it's 5 minutes, fine. Then you better do 5 minutes every single day. Take Sunday off if you want. Other than that, every single day. If you're consistent and persistent is 1 hour every single day. If you're consistent and persistent is 4 hours, whatever it is. But if you go 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, nothing for a week, and then come back, like you're way further behind than 25 minutes. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're consistent and persistent builds. There's a momentum, right? So you now being here early on, 3 years in, you all are here at the best time, right, Courtney? It's been a little bit bumpy the past 3 years. There's been some bumps. Why? Because we're brand new. And fashion takes 1 year. Like I'm literally doing a call this week for fall 2023. Okay. On Wednesday at 11 a.m., I am working on fall 2023 to get it done. Isn't that crazy? Fashion takes a year because we're not fast fashion. We don't cut corners, right? We do it the right way. It just takes time. So you're here at the perfect time. What we've been through, what Courtney has been through for you guys, you are here at the perfect time. The company is so well positioned and it's up to you to see the vision and bring it into reality and be consistent and be persistent and let people know why you're here and what this brand is about and what this community is about and who we are and where we're going and share that story and share that vision. And you will look back 5 years from now and you will fall to your knees and cry because you'll be like, I cannot believe this is my life. I'm telling you right now, guys, we have not arrived. If people are off celebrating, we have not arrived. We are just getting started. And each and every one of you have the opportunity to be the top of the company. Courtney knows we have a handful of pioneer partners. There's 20 spots that get to profit share with the company. And that's just the beginning. Top ranks haven't even been hit yet. So I just want you guys to know where you are and really digest this. Okay. Because when I say people are going to be stopping you, they're going to want your pictures. They're going to want your to sit with you and pick your brain and hug you. It's because you have the opportunity to be the top of a company. People don't get this in their entire lifetime. People will go from network marketing to network marketing company to network marketing company, hoping to find something this early on, that has the potential that we have, the funding, the abilities, the model, the community. Guys, what you have your hands on, you won't find again this lifetime. I actually guarantee it. You won't. It's very rare. So don't seek admiration or approval of others. Why? Because if you become effect to that, you equally affect to the negative. Those same people that love you, maybe actually not same people, the comments about loving you and appreciating you, when someone hates you on social media, when somebody tells you no, when someone says, oh, you're in a pyramid scheme, when someone tells you, I can't believe you're doing that, you're selling, like whatever it is, guys, I'm sorry, this is life. It's going to happen, right? If you depend on other people's opinions to define you, you're making yourself a victim to your environment. Make sense? So and I'm sharing this with you guys because I have a feeling this is going to be, I never share this on calls, but I know that you guys are good. This is our leadership right here. And I want you guys to be prepared for that, right? Your serenity is within. It's constant. It's who you are. You're here for a big purpose. You're going to impact the lives of millions of women. We're going to do big things together, right? And what you think others think of you doesn't matter. It doesn't define you. You're in a community that is pure, that has the right intentions. If you who here has, actually, I won't make you raise your hand because you won't want to. If you have not read our community promise, okay? If you have not read our community promise, when we get off the phone, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Instagram, okay? And then you're going to go to Savvy Community Official. Savvy Community Official. And when you're here, oh no, where'd the highlights go? Oh, there it is. On the highlights, there's one that says Community Promise. Okay. And you're going to click on that. And it takes you through the Community Promise. Okay. And you can read number 1, include and celebrate. Number 2, build up, don't break down. Number 3, defend and protect. 4, seek responsibility. 5, have grace. 6, service and gratitude. So you guys can read through that. Do you know how many times in a conversation those words come out of my mouth? Ken and I were just talking about this morning. He's like, and like, you put in writing everything that we've been saying for over 3 years, right? It's because it's who we are. It's who we are. And you need to know this community promise really well, because it's one of the things that sets us apart. When people say, why is Savvy different? I'm not like the fabric, the stitching, the product. No, it's our community promise, right? So you're in a space where you're protected, where you're safe, where you're seen, where you're valued, and where you're able to shine and be celebrated for that, where you're able to be loud and be celebrated for that, where you're able to like shout out who you are with your differences and be celebrated for it. Out there in the world, people want to attack you for being different. They want to put you in a box and keep you small and safe. Don't be loud. Don't like it's like, let's just like everyone like be status quo, like just stay there, right? But that's not who we are. We want to do big things. And here's the great thing, guys. I know for a fact when you're making millions of dollars, right? I know you're going to give more. I know you're going to give more, right? You're going, money is not the root of all evil. Money just makes you more of who you are. The more you have, the more you can give, right? I know for myself, whenever, like something that Anson and I do, whenever we feel ourselves, and we've done this in the past for so many years now, whenever we felt ourselves like not, because we've been entrepreneurs, we had our own businesses. And whenever we felt ourselves not bringing in enough money, you know what we would do? We would donate. There was a time when there was 1 month where we were, like, what is going on? Like with our flows, like money, like we're not signing the next client, things were kind of stuck, and we donated $10,000 to our local charity, like a charity that was about keeping kids off drugs. Right. And we were like, you know what? We're going to donate $10,000 to this. $10,000. Right. That was like almost emptied out one of our savings accounts. And we're like, I don't care, because money doesn't control me. It doesn't define me. It doesn't tell me what I can and cannot do. And I'm not desperate for it. Right. So I like to disagree. I like to disagree and go against what you think you should be doing. Right. Someone compliments you, it should make you feel good. No, be like, thank you, and recognize it's a reflection of them. If they tell you, oh my gosh, you're amazing, you are very charismatic, look at them and honor the charismaticness of them, right? If they tell you, wow, but you're so present, honor the fact that they are the ones that are present. Otherwise, they wouldn't be seeing it in you anyway. When someone's complimenting you, they're just pointing out what actually is innate in them, right? But guess what? It's the same on the other side. When someone's like, you're stubborn, right? That's probably them. You're loud and you're always salesy. That's probably them. It goes both ways. So going back to the conversation I was having, as you guys rise up to higher and higher and higher heights in leadership here in Savvy, I want you guys to be stable. I want you to be able to include and celebrate others. I want you to be able to defend and protect. I want you to be able to have responsibility, have grace, live in service, live in gratitude, right? All these things that we say we are in our community, and how you can do that as not being effect to your environment or people around you. Right? And recognize we're here for a purpose. Recognize you're here to serve. Recognize you're going to do big things, and you're going to attract so much abundance from that. The money will chase you. Anything you want will chase you when you are pouring into others and you are serving others. Somebody out there right now at home is praying for a way to make money. Somebody out there is looking for a community. Somebody out there is hoping for, I don't know, clothing that makes them feel cute. Guys, there's people out there. My best friend, she's a size 2X, right? So she's a 2X, and she says to me, and she'll have clothes, she'll get clothes every once in a while. And she's like, Jen, she's like, I go to a store. She's like, I can't find anything that makes me feel beautiful. She's like, I can't. But when I put on my Ella Duster, when I put on my indie leggings, when I put on whatever it is that she has, her Amstel dress, she's like, I feel so freaking beautiful. She's like, I just feel different. It's not just like this tent, this like big baggy thing I put on. She's like, you let me be me and show me and embrace myself, right? That's what we're about. There's people out there that want to feel beautiful. And it could be just the clothing. Then there's people that want to feel included. They want to feel a part of something. Then that's our community. And there's people out there that want to be able to feel empowered in having their own business and having their own, being an entrepreneur, being able to create their own money, their own income, or being able to contribute to society more, being able to contribute to their household more, whatever it is, you get to bring it to them. How lucky are you? Like truly, like how blessed, how lucky are you? This is your job. You've linked arms with a company that sees you, values, and appreciates you, has morals, has integrity, has our community promise in place, and has a platform that is continuously getting better and better and better and better, because every day we're constantly looking at, okay, what's next? The January event, is everything lined up? What are our announcements? What are we launching? What's the rollout, right? I mean, everything. Constantly looking at these things. You have these business partners. Guys, look at the business partners you have. Think about this, right? People want to become an entrepreneur, right? Let me back up 1 second. You got the community, you got the clothing, but let's talk about business, okay? So let me just acknowledge one thing. There's people out there that just want the clothing, great. People out there that just want the community, great, right? Maybe you're one of them, great. You can find that here. You can have that here. You can get that here at Savvy. You're going to receive that here, right? That's amazing. There's people out there looking. Your job is to share with them, bring them to the brand, let them decide for themselves. It's not our choice. They may want it, they may not. Jen Shelby Miller was doing a prospecting call today. She had a group on, and she had me come on at the end and just for 5 minutes, pop on, say a few words and pop off. And when I was on there, one of the things I said to everyone was, I go, just be curious. I go, be curious. You're on this call for a reason, to the prospects. I go, you deserve it for yourself to get your questions answered, and then deserve for yourself to say yes or no based on an empowered decision. Whether you say yes or no, none of us care. That's your choice. And we honor and respect your choice. But you should honor and respect yourself enough to find out what this brand is about, what the potential is, who we really are, what we've accomplished, where we're going, because I would hate for you to miss out on something really big because you didn't know enough. So there's no question that's rude or too small or like I shouldn't ask it. Ask whatever you want, because this is something really big that you could be missing out on if you don't ask that question. And we want you to ask every question. So be curious, like be curious, right? I'm not going to sit here and convince any of you to sign up in this company or this brand, but I am going to tell you to be curious and find out for yourself, because I'm going to tell you, you don't want to miss this, but I don't know, but you don't know either. So get your questions answered. So 5 years from now, when you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I could have been in early. Like, we don't want that to happen. We want you to look back 5 years and be like, heck yeah, I'm here. Or be like, oh, wow, I'm glad I didn't do that. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is. Right. So, when you're talking to prospects, encourage them to be curious, right? Some will join for the product. Some will join for the community. All that's great. I want to talk about the business for a second. Are we okay with that? Are we good with that? Okay. Entrepreneurship. So I have a 13-year-old son. He goes to a school that's very entrepreneur based. My background is not entrepreneurship. Okay. I worked at IBM. I was on this career path. My mom was diagnosed with cancer. It changed my whole life. I was like, I left my corporate job and I became an entrepreneur. And my first experience, right before I found network marketing, because I started doing health and life coaching, because that's how I helped my mom with her cancer journey. But that was right after she passed away. And then right when I was quitting IBM. And then I said, I'm looking for something more. And my friend signed me up at a network marketing company. Right. And then from there, I've opened up businesses, software companies. I've been able to take companies to making 6 figures a month from my own Anson and I running it together. Like, we've done many different things along that journey. But network marketing is where it started. Right. So I have a 13-year-old son. And we talk a lot about entrepreneurship in my home. And someone said to me, I was on a plane flying to Miami, and Monday was this guy I met on the plane. And he said to me, how do you teach your kid about what's going to work in the future? And I said, the same rules from 20 years ago will apply 20 years from now. The same rules of entrepreneurship. I go, MySpace, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, email, fax machines, like, doesn't matter what the communication medium is. The fundamentals of entrepreneurship are always the same, right? So he was starting a business, right? So I said, whether this is your business you're telling me about, or a chiropractor, or a graphic designer, or a life coach, or a personal trainer, or name any business to me, any business, the fundamentals are the same. And you know what the fundamentals are? Network marketing. You have a network. You expand that network. You build trust in that network. You get them to know, like, and trust you. How? You either educate or you entertain them, right? You either educate them or you entertain them. And maybe you're just being like, there's people like that made a whole career on just entertaining. And the next thing you know, they're building from there, or maybe they're educating and giving you free information away, and they're helping you understand, but you have this network and your job is to expand that network. Expand that network and expand that network. It can be in business groups. It can be on meetups. It can be on social media, whatever you want to do. You expand that network by adding value to their life. You build trust. They know, like, and trust you, and you keep expanding that network. And then what do you do to that network? You market to them, right? Right? You're going to sell your product or service. You're going to fill a need that network has. Guys, every single entrepreneur is network marketing. Think about that. Your local, anyone go to a chiropractor or a personal trainer, or I think of the things I've done, or get a massage, or anything. You guys think about that. How did you meet them? Well, somehow you networked with them. They networked with you, right? Then what did they do? You liked them. Then what did they do? They offered you something that you could pay for. They got money for it. You were happy. You got exchange for it. It's just exchange, right? So again, business groups, emails, the social, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if TikTok is gone and Instagram's gone. Everyone that's so focused on building their followers and likes should be more focused on making sure that you're adding value and helping people, right? And educating people. Maybe you were just sharing about entrepreneurship. Maybe you're just sharing about a business model. Maybe you're sharing about clothing. Maybe you're doing nothing but entertaining them, right? Because you're a mom and you're funny and you love being a mom. Like, it doesn't matter. Just build that network, expand that network, always be connecting, right? If you ever come from sales or have any experience in sales, there's a phrase, ABC, always be closing, right? ABC, always be closing. So Anson's got like an extensive career in sales, and it's always ABC, always be closing. And I would always say ABC, always be connecting, like always be connecting, right? And then how do I help these people? How do I serve? What can I offer them that's going to add value to their life that they will compensate me for? Because in the giving, there should be a receiving always. That's a balanced flow. Otherwise, you're going to deplete yourself. And then what good are you anyway? You have nothing left to give. So network marketing is every single entrepreneur, everyone. So you guys are in the most simplistic model of entrepreneurship. Because think of Steve Jobs, think of Elon Musk. What did they have to do to create their business? Of course, they had to do network. They had to expand their network. And of course, they had to market. And of course, they had to add value. And then they had to serve, right? They had to do all that too. The difference is they had to do everything. You guys don't have to do everything. You have a whole team. You have us here. You got Courtney, you got Jamie, you got Sarah, you got Russ, you got Anson, you got Steven, you got Ken. Like you have all of us here. Like how, like that gives me goosebumps. Like look at your business partners. Like, and people will degrade or disparage this industry. I'm like, are you kidding me? Every single entrepreneur does this. They just do it alone. But with network marketing, you don't have to. You get to show up and say, oh, they're going to do all that. I get to go love on people. I get to go connect with people. I get to go share a vision with people. And those that don't want it will laugh at you. Fine. Sell them the street hoodie and move on, you know? But those that don't want the business opportunity, right? Sure, they may love the community. Sure, they may love the product, and that's great. And if not, that's fine too. There are so many people out there. And guys, look at our economy. We are heading into a down economy, a recession, right? There are challenges going on. Do you know what happens when that occurs? This industry takes off. Most people are not looking for a lifestyle income. They just want a few extra $100 a month. Most people are not looking to make $10,000 a month in network marketing. They just want 500, maybe even $200 a month. Guys, that's it. Like, that's it. Okay. So the timing of paint the picture here. The timing of this company. Hold on, let me start over. This industry. Start with that. The network marketing industry, where you get to be an entrepreneur and own one thing, connecting people to the brand. That's it. It's the only thing you own, connecting people to the brand. Okay. So this industry that you're in, which is amazing, with the company that has a proven, like we have proof of concept 3 years in, right? 3 years in, no bank debt, totally ownership owned and funded, right? And the stability of making it through that 2-year mark with business relationships that can scale us around the globe, right? And then you look at the leadership that we have and the community we have that is heart-centered, conscious, like you're going to come here and feel good. You're going to know that you're in the right place. And you factor that in with what's happening in the economy. You have the perfect storm right now. You guys have the perfect storm right now. The stars have completely aligned. Everything is in your lap right now. It's literally like it's in your hand right now. And whether you create something that's going to change your life and future generations, or you let it pass you by, is up to you. And you don't need a skill set. You don't need a personality. You don't need anything but grit, right? Take action every single day. Be consistent and persistent. If you don't know what to do, plug into Jamie, to Sarah, to Courtney. They're going to guide you. They've already done it. Courtney is one of our top leaders in this entire company. Sarah is one of the fastest growing people ever in Savvy. Like we're literally flying around. She just got started, right? Jamie's killing it. Like you guys, you have everything you need right now. So I want you to let all of that sink in. And you have my number, I'll tell you my top 2 leadership tips. I'll tell you my top 3 leadership tips. I'll tell you them right now. Number 1, right? Do not inhale. I'm talking about the invalidation or the validation, the compliments or the hate, the admiration or the anger. Like it's not yours. None of it is yours. None of it is yours. When I meet somebody and look me in the eye and tell me how much they love me, you know what I say? I feel it and I give it right back to them. I do not keep it. It's not mine, right? They love how we make them, how I make them feel. It's not me. They don't know anything about me, right? There's something in me they see in them and they need to keep that, as well as the hate. They can keep that too, whoever those people are. I don't want that either, right? Don't inhale. So you don't take the admiration. You don't eat the value, none of that stuff, okay? You're you. Number 2, these are my top 3 leadership tips. That's number 1. Number 2 is never, Courtney's heard me say this a million times, invalidate. yourself. Ever. If you have a shitty day, you better not ever say I suck. You better not ever say I blank, anything invalidated. Okay. I will tell you, in the past 3 years, I probably had more arrows shot at me than my entire life. Right. And I'm always like, just going to keep going. That can't define me. I'm not going to let it define me, because I have too much responsibility. I have too much responsibility to invalidate myself, because I'm responsible for this brand and this community, and I'm not going to invalidate myself. Right? You guys can't. You can never invalidate yourself. That's the only thing that can take you out. Someone can say something to you and say something about you right in front of your face. And you could say, okay, I'm going to learn from that, but that's not who I am. Right? And number one helps you with number two. Right? You see how that number one helps you with number two? Because if you're not inhaling any of that stuff, then you actually don't invalidate yourself. Right? And then the third one, which you have to have 1 and 2 to have number 3, believe in others wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly believe in others. Like, I wouldn't be having this call with you guys right now, me saying what I'm saying, if I didn't believe that you're going to be the top of this company. I wouldn't. Think about it. I would be like, let's talk about some clothing. You know what I mean? Or let's talk about, but no, I don't know why I'm having this call with you. Courtney knows every time I talk, something different comes out. This is the talk for you guys. Why? Because I believe in you. I know Courtney does. I know Jamie and Sarah do. They wouldn't put me on the call and be like, oh, well, we're not sure what they're going to do, but maybe just like, no, they were like, this team's amazing, Jen. You need to get on this call on your husband's birthday. So we believe in you. Courtney, Jamie, Sarah, and I, we believe in you guys, right? We believe in you. So I think that's leadership. Don't inhale, never invalidate yourself, and believe in others. Because if you don't believe in them, you got nothing. You got no one to lead. Because people will feel that you believe in them. And that's how you create a culture and a community and a team, right? So I want you guys to recognize where we are. Like, truly. If there's nothing else more than belief in yourself, more than anything, I want you to know where we are. Because if you really saw where we are, you wouldn't be able to sleep tonight. You're going to be taking out a pad of paper and writing down every single name you can think of and letting them decide for themselves if they want to be here or not. That's completely up to them, right? But there's no way you're going to rest your head on your pillow at night knowing you didn't tell someone about this, right? Because they're looking for something like this. And if they're not, it's okay. You're going to prospect them with such grace and compassion and understanding that you're going to leave and they're going to be like, wow, but that was so good. Maybe I do want it. You know, when someone says to me, I don't think this is for me, I don't have the time. You know what I say to them? Then you definitely shouldn't do this. And they're like, what? I'm like, if you don't have the time and your life is that busy and you want to keep it the way it is, then you shouldn't do this. You definitely shouldn't do this, because this is going to change that for you. And if you want to stay where you are and you like that, I'm like, that's fine. People love being productive. You just keep doing what you're doing. But if you ever want to change that, then, and you want to make some time for something else, well, then yeah, of course I want to talk to you. But it sounds like that you don't want that. So don't do it. Don't sign up. You know, like, do what you do. Do what makes you happy. And they're going to be like, well, but wait, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to convince guys, this is too good. Recognize where we are. Prepare yourselves for leadership, because you are leading a brand. Like, this is the leadership of this brand. We are baby. We're going to take this world by storm. And you guys are going to remember this call, and you're going to look back on it, and you're going to be like, heck yeah, I was there at the start, because you are. So know where we are, be a leader with those 3 tips, and go share with every single person you know. Otherwise, you're going to look back and you're like, oh man, I didn't tell them. Or look, they just joined that other person and I could have told them, right? And you have the ability to change their life and yours in the process.